So here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the Nike Air Jordan 4 Taupe Haze. Can you tell any difference between these two? If not, stay tuned for the video. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a comparison for you between two pairs of Nike Air Jordan 4 in the Taupe Haze colorway. This colorway is nice, I really do like it. So this video is just to help you if you are trying to purchase a retail pair and what to look for so you don't get scammed. So the fake one is here on my left, retail one's here on my right. They're both a UK 9s. This is a direct comparison and I hope this video helps you. So we'll get straight into it. So the first difference to note between the two is the boxes themselves are different colors. So if I show you from above, you can see that the brown shade is different from retail to fake. The retail box is actually slightly larger and I would say it's slightly more darker brown, more chocolatey brown compared to the fake one. The fake one is leaning more towards a beige ground compared to the retail one. I'd also say the speckled paintwork on the top of the box is actually more defined on the fake one compared to the retail one. On the retail one it kind of looks more natural, whereas on the fake one it seems to have like an outer darker line around every single speckle, so it just stands out a lot more and just doesn't look natural. Then if we take a look at the labels, we can see differences here once again. So as you can see, there's a factory marking on the barcode itself on the fake one, and they've also based this on the US price tag as it has the US label on the side, whereas the retail one you can see it has the retail sticker from the retail store and then this label below. If we look at the label below, we'll see the sizing is very different from retail to fake, with the retail one, the 10 for the US sizing being much smaller than the fake one, the overall spacing and color coding being very different in font size from retail to fake. And it's quite obvious between the two labels if you look closely. Well, you don't really need to look closely at all. It's very obvious between the labels if you're looking side by side. But nobody really wants me to talk about the boxes for the entire video, so we'll open it up, take a closer look at the shoes. So let's open up the shoes. Let's open up the fake one first. So they've actually covered the paper over the shoes. They never do that, so I'm quite impressed. The retail one, yeah, the paper covers the shoes, as you can probably expect. So we'll take out the shoes and compare them side by side. So here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the Nike Air Jordan 4 Taupe Haze. Can you tell any difference between these two? If not, stay tuned to the video. So from first glance, I can see a difference straight away and we're going to take a closer look at it. So if we look at the toe box and the upper suede-like material, we can see a difference between the retail and fake. On the retail one, you can see it's that darker brown, chocolate-coloured suede, which looks really high quality. And if you look at the fake one, they've got a much lighter colour here. It doesn't match the quality on the retail pair. What I would say is this sneaker really reminds me of a Travis silhouette. Like if you put some Cactus Jack print on this, it's going to sell out and it's going to go for serious money. But it's a really nice shoe. Really do like the colour and the design. So if we spin the shoe around to the side and follow that suede-like material from the toe box all the way to the side here, and we take a look at the stitching underneath this black triangle rubberized material, we can see a clear difference once again. It's just that colour of that suede is just completely wrong, and it's really obvious when you're holding them up side by side. The suede quality on that section just isn't matching the retail pair. So if we look at the side of the shoe and we look at this cage-like material here, you'll see a small amount goes through that black triangle of the rubberized material, whereas on the fake one you can see a much larger section is appearing through that black triangle. This is because the shape of the shoe is off from the side. This is much larger on the fake one compared to the retail one, so it just doesn't fit the shape of the shoe exactly. This is the same on the inside of the shoe, so if I show you the rubberized cage material once again, you can see it's much more visible on the fake one compared to the retail one, going through that black triangle section. If we look at this cracked kind of like toe guard going all the way around the side of the shoe, and we look at how it cuts into the sole here at the side, and we look at the shape of it, we can see it's very different from retail to fake, with it being a much more sharp curve on the retail one compared to the fake one, and the overall colour of this material is actually slightly different from retail to fake, and I would say it's actually slightly thicker material used on the retail one compared to the fake one, and I don't mind it. It just kind of looks weird with that cracked leather. I wonder what it looks like underneath. I don't really want to ruin them, but I just wonder after a few wears does it wear off and it's more grey underneath. I really hope it's not. I probably should look that up, but I'm not going to. If we take a look at the tongue of both of these pairs and you look at this cracked material once again going around the outer edge, and you look at the corner edges of this tongue, we can see that the retail one, it's much shinier than it is on the fake one. On the fake one, there's practically no shine to it at all, whereas if you look at the retail one, you can see it does have these kind of like gold shiny flakes, even maybe silver shiny flakes going through the material, and it just looks really nice. It shines really nice in studio lighting. if we spin the shoe upside down, you'll see it does have two sections of red at the top and also the Jordan logo in red as well. If we compare the Jordan logos side by side, we can see a difference in color. So you can see that the fake one is slightly darker red compared to the retail one. We're giving it off a more orangey infrared color. So it's just a slightly brighter color. And that's the same with the top section, with it being a much brighter color on the retail one compared to the fake one. When taking a look at the label of both of these pairs and looking at the tongue, and we look at the Jordan logo once again, what I would say is the color is different between the retail and fake once again, with the retail one being a much brighter, more infrared red orange on the top compared to the fake one where it just looks slightly dull and faded and doesn't have that quite pop that the retail pair has. On the retail pair, it stands out a lot, like it's very, very bright compared to the fake one where it's just kind of a normal red. So now we're going to take a look inside the shoe, and the retail one comes with a cardboard shoe tree on the inside, which is actually dismantled, so broken. The fake one does as well. It's also kind of broken, but there you go. We'll take a look at either one of these. You can see that the fake one has more indented logos on the top compared to the retail one, and if we spin these upside down, they both say die cut sock lineup, but it's much more visible on the fake one compared to the retail pair. You're just going to throw these away after 20 seconds. So I was going to try and take out the insole of both of these pairs, but they're both solidly glued into the bottom of the shoe, so I don't want to absolutely ruin them and rip them out. So I can't really compare them side by side. The final difference I am going to point out is at the back heel panel here. If we look at the suede part going around the bottom part of the heel, we can see differences in the stitching from retail to fake. So if you look at the spacing of the stitching from retail to fake, I would say that the retail one is much more closely stitched together compared to the fake one. I'd also say the fake one, the stitching is much more visible on that different coloured suede compared to the retail one. So you can see a clear difference in colour and a difference in the stitching quality between the two pairs. Another major difference to note while looking from above is the shape of the toe box. You can see the right side here, the fake one, is much more squared off and flatter compared to the retail one, where you can see it has that nice curve of a retail toe box. But I hope this video has helped you if you are trying to authenticate your pair and you've got a pair at home, because this pair is nice and it really gives me Travis vibes. I really do like it, and it's something I'm happy to have in my collection, and probably one I'm going to wear quite a lot. But let me know down below what you think of these. Could you tell any more differences between the two pairs? Thanks for watching and supporting. It really does help the channel grow. Helps me do more videos just like this. But I hope you have an amazing day. But yeah, comment down below if you can spot any more flaws on this fake pair here. There's quite a few to notice between this one and the retail pair in the video. As you can see here, the stitching doesn't line up, and that suede material is clearly different from the retail to fake. But if you can spot any more, such as the lacing or any other details, comment them down below so you can help other people when legit checking their pairs, because this channel is all about helping people trying to get authentic pairs so you don't get scammed. So if you spot any more differences, let me know and comment them down below this video.